Hey there, it's Jackie Lee here. Oh, it's a beautiful Monday morning and my brain was all aflutter today, so I decided to take a bike ride. And I remembered this spot. I'm not sure how I ever found this spot. It's about 5 miles from my house. It's kind of off the beaten trail and in the woods. There's a lovely little creek over here. And in the summer, this is all like shady green leaves, and it's a gorgeous spot, especially in the summer. But it's interesting in the fall too. Without the leaves, you can really hear all of the nature around. I hear something tromping over across the, maybe it's a deer. Anyway, the sounds of silence, right? Yeah, this weekend I was doing some reading and just trying to connect a little deeper with my purpose in this world. And, I've always known that my purpose was to help moms stay home with their kids and make the money that they need to make at home while they're doing that. But this weekend I realized a little bit deeper, not just that, but how important it is for me to help other people tell their story and to understand just how much they matter in this world. As I've been going through the world the last month or so, I just started noticing all these stories going on in the world and how they're impacting people. These aren't the big stories like about war and peace and the government and healthcare and that kind of stuff. These are the stories of people's lives. Single people, one person sharing a story and the impact that it's having on maybe just one other person or like a whole country or the world. And I just started noticing how often this happens and how big it is and how just one person can change so much just by telling their story. And it's really amazing to me. And I've been getting more feedback from people about how me just telling my story has impacted them in their lives and kept them going and kept them moving toward their dreams. And it's just so important to me. It's just so important to me that you know that you matter and that your story matters and that you need to tell it. So often we get scared that people are going to judge and that no one's going to care. Your story's not going to matter. I know I felt like that, but it does. And as you start to tell your story, you'll have proof. People will come to you and they'll say, oh my God, hearing your story changed something for me. Hearing your story mattered to me. Hearing your story made it okay for me to tell my story. And I just feel like that is probably the most important thing in my life right now, is letting you know that you matter and that your story matters and that it's time to tell it. I use a platform to tell my story all the time. It's my blog. I happen to think it's the best way to get your story out there. It's so easy to have that little home base online where you can share your story, whether it's in video or pictures or written word or audio. You can share your story there. And it's just so easy to just say, oh, when you hear somebody struggling, oh, I went through that, a similar thing, and here's how it happened for me. And then send them right over there. And they can read your story or hear your story or find your story. And you can create that connection with people. It's just the most important thing. So many people in this world feel like they don't matter. And they do. And by telling your story, you're going to touch someone who's going through something similar to you. I can't believe it's taken me this long to figure it out, that that's what it is. But it is. That's what it is. All right, so if you would like to learn more about how you can tell your story and share your story and get your platform set up so you can speak to the world and change it one story at a time, click the link around this video somewhere. There's a place to put your email address or click a link to go there. Do that because your story matters and I want you to tell it. I'll see you next time.